We will wait for a couple of people to jump in here. Happy Good Friday. We're into the weekend. Woo! Hope you had a fantastic week. Hopefully, you had a short week with today off, or maybe a half day or something like that. Coming up on Easter weekend here or Passover. Happy Bunny holiday to you. My favorite thing about Easter are the Cadbury eggs. Yeah, that's definitely my favorite thing there. So I'm gonna wait for a few people to chime in here. It has been a crazy weather week here in Wisconsin. Just waiting for this to chime in. It we went from I think it was like low 60s on I think it was Monday, and then bam, it just fell from there. It We had a, cold front come in. They kept talking about all this severe weather, and it really never did anything around here. But it got cold, and it got really, really windy. And I've got these trees out in front of my house, and they're really weird because you would think they'd start losing their leaves in the autumn, like most trees do, but no, not my trees. They wait till spring, so the new leaves will actually start pushing out the old leaves. And that wind we had was just enough to basically, make my trees bare. And now I've got a lot of yard work waiting for me, but that could be in a week or two. So, hi there, Just Jesse. How are you? Happy Good Friday. Welcome to the my very first live stream here. This is my first time doing this on YouTube. Hope to I definitely hope to do a lot of these coming up in the future, talking to you and answering questions and seeing what's going on in your world. I am just making sure that this right now it's really weird. My channel, when I look at the phone, is not showing it's a live stream at the moment, but it's probably just a little YouTube delay because I see a live notification here and I see Just Jessica. Just Jessica is the only one in here right now. It's Just Jessica. How are you there, Just Jessica? Are you having a good week? A happy Good Friday to you? Yeah, I am. I'm like I said earlier when I was coming on. I am thrilled because I get to hit Walmart and pick up more Cadbury Easter eggs, and I know I will have to definitely go there and raid Walmart and Walgreens and so forth like that before they sell out. And I'll probably pick up 5 or 6, 10 boxes. I think there's what, five in each. I'm good, Jessica. How's your week going? You having a good week? Did you have off of school today? Was it a good Friday for you? It weather-wise, like I was saying though. So anyway, so it was really warm here, and the temperature just plummeted out here, and we went from the low 60s on Monday. The wind came in. It's typical spring here in south central Wisconsin, and now I don't think we even got out of the low 40s today, and still breezy. And if I recall, yesterday for a little bit, I saw some snowflakes as well. So I don't know about you. If you're a winter enthusiast, I am definitely in the wrong climate then because I'm not the biggest winter fan that there is. So, um, hi, Just Jessica. What do we have here? She said yes, and she's going to make cupcakes. What kind of cupcakes are you going to make there, Just Jessica? And are you going to make some for Maverick here? Because I like cupcakes. Cupcakes are good. Hi, Dennis. How are you? Happy Good Friday. Welcome to my very first live stream. As we were talking about me stockpiling up on Cadbury Easter eggs. And I plan on hitting the stores and getting as much as I can because, let's face it, by the time Sunday night comes around or even Monday morning, they're long gone, and I have to wait till next year, or probably, I guess what, the end of this year, because I think the Cadbury Easter eggs, believe it or not, are coming out on the store shelves now, right around Christmas time, of all things I've seen. They just keep pushing the holidays, the stores at least, earlier and earlier. So I would not be surprised if we start to see Christmas decorations going up in the next couple of weeks. So yeah, wouldn't that just be lovely? Hi, Jerry. Hi there, Kelly. Happy Good Friday to you. Hope you guys are having a really good Friday. Welcome to my very first live stream here on YouTube. A lot going on in the world of Maverick hair here. I have a lot on the channel, and I know as more people will be chiming in and asking questions. So feel free to ask any questions. I'll see everything kind of pop up here on the side of my screen, and I'll follow the feed here and answer the questions as we go along. But one of the things that is the future of this channel. Where am I going with this channel? What am I doing with this channel? Well, the first thing I got to do is work out some technical glitches. How's the lighting? Are you guys able to see my face okay? Because I've got special camera lighting on the other side of the computer here. And from what I can see on my end, it looks good. But I just want to make sure it's not too dim. And of course, we got the special lighting for the special blue and red LED lighting for the banner behind me. It was going to go on my camera today, which would have really given a nice picture, and the sound would have been better as well. And I was all set and ready to do that. And when I went to basically take the port that would plug into the computer to assist with the live stream, the basically it's a USB port that goes into the camera with the cord, right? So when I went to do that, I was good and ready to go. And at the same time, you can use that to charge the battery. But what I learned about my camera today that I use for my video shoots is when you are on a live stream, it won't charge the battery. And my camera loves to go through the battery really quick. I have three batteries that I use, and I just didn't want the live stream to get interrupted and have technical issues. So last minute, I decided, okay, well, I will use a computer because YouTube's got a rule, and YouTube's rule basically goes: um, if you have 1,000 or more subscribers, you can use your cell phone, and cell phones have really good cameras in them, and I could stream with that. But being a new channel and still trying to get the ball rolling and grow the channel here, I'm at 216 subscribers, so have a little bit more to go before I can use the old cell phone. So I'm stuck with the computer here, but it looks like the picture, from what I can see on my monitor here, it looks like it's okay. I see a lag. Are you guys seeing that? Look at that. I see a lag. Maybe it's just on my end. I'm not sure. Let me go back to some quick questions here. Jessica is working on her cupcakes. Uh, Dennis is glad to be here. Dennis, we're glad to have you here. Hello to Kelly. And wondering when I'm going to do another restaurant review, Jerry asks. You know what? So I'm going to jump into that in a second. My next restaurant review. I sprinkle this in is what I do. So basically, this is a travel attractions adventure channel, if you will. And that is my main thing. If you look at the past videos, I go out and we'll splash in some restaurant reviews and even some upcoming hotel reviews. But the main focus is on attractions and adventures and traveling. And that could also include doing things like going to whether it's a festival, a big festival that a city might held. In Milwaukee, for example, every year they've got a huge festival that brings in millions of people called Summerfest, and they've got all kinds of live music. I'm sure your favorite artists are there, your favorite groups pop in there. They've got all kinds of shows. They've got the carnival set up, and that goes for like I think a week, maybe 2 weeks, and that's in Milwaukee. And so I'll definitely hit that this year, and I'll kind of scour the internet for some other festivals that are huge that would be a good fit for the channel. So I will be hitting some of those. But what I do is I like to splash in some restaurant reviews and stuff like that every now and then, just to keep just to keep it a little bit different. But I'm not a what do they call them? Restaurant tours or something like that. I'm not a professional restaurant guy. My diet, I'm very happy with pizza and hot dogs and Cadbury Easter eggs. Yeah, that's my diet. So I think a lot of food critics would be pretty disappointed in my reviews. And so, but I like to go into restaurants, and I look for very unique restaurants, restaurants that you may not be familiar with, and where you could check out the environment on it or just something different. I won't do chains or anything like that. Everybody knows what Applebee's tastes like. Everybody knows what the Olive Garden is like. So I will do things at either mom and pop establishments, or if it's kind of a business owned restaurant where it's owned by a company or something, and they've got a few locations, as long as it's unique. And I will do some more restaurant reviews coming up in some future videos. But speaking of the restaurant reviews, I am going to splash one in on the shoot that I am doing tomorrow. I will be heading out to is it Westcott? I didn't pull that up here. It's not in front of me. I think it's Westcott, Iowa, where the world's largest truck stop is. And I will make that an adventure. It's actually going to be a good time. So I'm going to the world's largest truck stop tomorrow, and they've got actually a restaurant in there. So I'll probably do a restaurant review on there. I know there's a Wendy's in there, and I think there's a Subway in there. There's a whole food court actually, but I won't be going to the food court. I'll be going to their home cooked restaurant. So I'll include a restaurant review and of the I-80 truck stop in Iowa. So we will do that. Let's see here. Jerry's also asking about some crazy museums. There's always some crazy museums, and I will definitely find some more. There's a lot of interesting museums in here in the Upper Midwest, and there's some world-renowned ones in Chicago, in Milwaukee, in Madison here, up in the Twin Cities. So I will definitely make my way to some more museums as well. Museums are perfect when it's the weather's inclement or during inclement weather. So if I planned an outdoor shoot and maybe the weather spoils it and I have to postpone that shoot, that's where museums are perfect. And otherwise, museums are also perfect for doing a lot of shoots in the winter. And now that we're slowly coming out of it here, I'll probably hit more museums, like I said, maybe on a rainy day or something like that, if I have to push something scheduled away, or coming up again in the winter. So glad you like those. Kelly Klein says she's glad she sees me. Casey says a little. A lag on my phone to actual video. Okay, so there is a little bit of a lag here, so I apologize. It is the computer, and the camera just built in the computer is just not designed apparently to keep up with the stream here on YouTube. So what I can do is on my camera that I was telling you about for my future live streams, they've got these like dummy power packs, and it will allow me to still plug in to the computer, which will do its hookup with YouTube. And then I can actually, the camera's in the other room. And then I can plug the camera in using this like dummy battery thing. So it kind of fools the camera. And it's going to actually keep the battery charged while I get the connection to doing the live stream. And it would be the same problem if I used the Wi-Fi feature on my camera, and instead of hooking into the computer with a USB cord and using the Wi-Fi on the camera, because you're just going to suck up the battery juice. And once the battery's dead, bam, you've got a technical issue. And I don't know if the screen goes black. I don't know if it just disconnects from YouTube because the software in YouTube says, "Oh, well, there's nothing going on, so apparently the live stream is over." I'm not sure how that works. So for the future live stream, I'll get that that dummy battery thing, and we'll use the Wi-Fi feature. So the most fun adventure I've had thus far, Casey wants to know. Um, Boy, I've done some interesting ones since the this channel started. The channel began in mid-October of last year, and my very first video is Wisconsin haunted, or Wisconsin's top 3 haunted places or something like that. and I checked out a haunted hotel that was in where was that? I think that was in Appleton, Wisconsin. I went to a haunted cemetery, believe it or not, which was in Green Lake, Wisconsin. And then in Stevens Point, Wisconsin, I went on a road of all names called Boy Scout Road, and that was a haunted road. So that was my very first video. And I think there's something to be said about the first videos. A lot of content creators will cringe on their first videos or first view videos. Yeah, because we're new at this and we're learning how to edit. We're learning the how to act, if you will, in front of the camera. And we're just trying to find, ourselves, if you will. And while you want to be yourself, we're trying to find the best way to perform also for the camera. And for me, I wouldn't say that was my least favorite video, even though it was my first. And if I watch it today and I think, oh wow, boy, yeah, I should have done this or I could have done that better. I think I'll always have that self critique where I say to myself, oh, I could have done this or I should have done that. But I also look at that video as that was my first one and it was fun, and that's the whole point of this channel. I designed this channel so things that I do, it's things that I have a passion for and things that I can share with you. So that was definitely one of my favorite adventures was the haunted stuff in Wisconsin. Um, I did a visit to one of the Six Flags parks in Chicago in I think that was November of last year. And when I was there, unfortunately, I didn't have my camera. It's just an expensive camera. I was not going to bring that into an amusement park, have it accidentally get bumped or drop it or get stolen or something. So I just brought the trusty old cell phone with me. But like an idiot, when you're filming, I'm walking around, I'm holding the phone. Here's your camera, right? And here's a screen of the phone. So I'm walking around the park holding the phone like this. And here we go, doing my little vlog sort of thing and doing the video, right? And it looked great on the screen on the phone. I came back here at home. I downloaded all the video files and put it into the editor of my computer, and everything came vertical in a box that's designed horizontal. Whether you're watching on your phone, whether you watch on your smart TV, a tablet, computer, whatever. So, unfortunately, you've got this much of a picture, all right, for this kind of screen. Well, now I know the next time I do amusement parks, which actually I've got a few of them planned. I'll share with you. Next time I do amusement parks, either bring a old camera that I don't mind getting beat up, which I do have one, but it just sucks at the battery. I think I only get about 15 minutes out of it. That's how old the camera is. So I might have to pick up like a cheap one or a GoPro, actually. And I'm even looking into getting a little lens, a camera built in the sunglasses, so you could do a POV with me, which is point of view when I ride the rides. But anyways, now I know the next time I do an amusement park or anything where I'm not going to take the big camera with, but I'm going to use a cell phone, hold it like this, and then it'll come out proper. So live and learn. Uh, but to answer your question there, Casey, Six Flags was a blast for me. I did a trip in on Amtrak. That was, I want to say that was January. I think it was January of this year. And that was my very first time on an Amtrak. I had a good time with that. And I've seen in the comments of that video, which by the way is the most watched video on my channel right now. I think it's kissing 10,000 views or something like that. So that's fantastic. I do appreciate it. Please give it a thumbs up, comment. If you haven't seen it, please check it out. But anyways, I did the Amtrak. It was a good time. I only took it to a town that's about an hour and 15 minutes from me in La Crosse. And I made a weekend of it. We took the train, uh, went to La Crosse, spent the night in La Crosse, took the train back home the next day. And I've had a lot of comments of people basically saying you need to do it across the country and you got to try a sleeper car and you got to get video footage of the dining car. And I don't know if you're familiar with Amtrak, but their cross country lines, they've got in the train at the roof, it's all glass. So as you're going by, you can watch the mountains, you can see the stars in the sky, you can, whatever it might be. And I definitely want to do all of that. Amtrak's got one heck of a price tag though, so that's something that I will budget for a future video. And I'll probably do something because I just did an Amtrak video this year. I will probably revisit Amtrak or do a train type video like that probably next year. So I'll definitely share that with you. I'm really encouraged by the comments I'm getting on the Amtrak. Um, let's see here. Dennis is asking, looking forward to seeing, or he's saying, looking forward to seeing the largest truck stop video. That's going to be a lot of fun, Dennis. I'm actually looking forward to that because the it's the world's largest truck stop, and it wasn't meant to be that way. It started off from the Moon family, Moon. The Moon started off the truck stop, and it was back in 1960 something. I don't remember, but I will. I'll make sure I have that exact for when I film tomorrow. And it was the truck stop back then had only two diesel pumps and a very small convenience store. Now the store, if you want to call it a store, it's like a warehouse, is a little over 100,000 square feet. That is 57 football fields. A Walmart supercenter is anywhere between about 160,000 square feet and 200,000 square feet. But the typical Walmart supercenter is right around 180,000 square feet. Okay. So that gives you a rough idea. This is 100,000 square feet in this building. I don't want to give too much away right now. We'll wait till I do the video. But some of the unique things is they do have a museum. They've got a dentist office. They've got a chiropractor. And like I said, they've got a handful of restaurants in their food court. They've got their own restaurant with, I guess, finer dining because truckers enjoy a good meal and everything that you would expect at a truck stop, showers and so forth like that. No, I won't be doing a shower scene there. So if you're wondering that, I won't be doing that. But I am looking forward to that. And that is a good 3+ hours from me. So I'm looking forward to that video to go out there and shoot it tomorrow. And that will get uploaded on the channel next Friday. Um, I do upload every Friday, and it's usually 3 Eastern is when the upload time is. So what is that? 3 Eastern, 12 Pacific, and time zones around that. Google it, I guess, or you know it. You can figure it out. Let's see here. Did I find myself yet? Yes, I think I have found myself. I'm still working on technical issues. If you're just tuning in, I see a few more people starting to come in here. Yes, so the kind of going back for a second here, I was talking about I was asked my favorite video, and there's a couple of them. And I said a lot of YouTubers, a lot of content creators, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's TikTok, or whatever platform you use, a lot of people say, I hate my first video, my first handful of videos I hate. And then, I cringe when I watch my first ones, and I'm still learning editing, and I'm still trying to, just make improvements as I watch my videos and critique. But I don't hate my first one because it was my first one, and that it was a fun video to make, the haunted spots in Wisconsin. But what I was saying earlier was the reason a lot of content creators hate their first video, their first 4 videos, whatever it might be, is because they're trying to find themselves in front of the camera. We're trying to, get comfortable. It's really weird. And on the camera, like I said, it's in the other room. It's really weird when you're walking around with a camera, right? And you're holding it, or someone's filming you. Either way, I've got a tripod. I have someone that follows me around sometimes. Sometimes it's me. And you're walking around, right, in public, and people are just staring at you. What is going on with that person? It's one thing if you're doing a selfie. I think we're all getting used to that. Hey, there's a statue behind me that I like, hey, click, you're good to go, right? But when you're walking around doing a whole video, kind of talking to yourself or the recording device, people look at you and you just got to learn how to ignore it. There's a lot of people also today that basically say, hey, that's the our society today. It's an electronic society, and we want to see what other people do, and content creators and stuff. So anyways, the long story is, yes, I have found myself, I'm starting to get more comfortable in front of the camera. I like being silly, like being goofy. It's me. I'm not the kind of person that's going to come on to the do any of these videos and just keep it all historical and all facts and stuff. Boring, right? I definitely want to share facts. I definitely want to share history. I research everything that I do, and I want to share that with you. But I like to make it fun as well. So that is something that I think I found myself, and If you feel I found myself, then give me a thumbs up on those videos. And please do me a favor. Even if you've seen the videos in the past, if you haven't commented on one, go ahead and comment whether you got a question for me or you just want to say nice job or whatever it might be, because every comment, even past videos, every time you do a thumbs up or you comment, that helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. And the way that the YouTube algorithm works is, oh, okay, that YouTube basically says, we notice videos on this channel are getting some activity. There's people watching them, there's people interacting with it. So maybe we need to start showing the videos posted on this channel more frequently, have them kind of come up more towards the top of the feed. And of course, being a startup channel like mine, a little baby channel, it's going to take a while. But again, every thumbs up, every comment, that helps. And share me with your friends, share me with your family. Um, that all helps. And I really appreciate that. I really, really do. So, uh, let's see here. What else? Casey is vocal today, so she's also wondering about the Mustard Museum. Was that fun? Let's see. The Mustard Museum one was fun and interesting. Yeah, that was a fun one. I met with Barry. I never knew of Barry before or anything. In fact, I didn't actually even expect to meet with him that day. And I'll tell you about how I schedule videos in a second. But so that video, I came up with this idea. It was, late winter, Wisconsin. I think that was late February, I want to say, maybe early March. The weather here in south central Wisconsin still pretty miserable. And but I'm in the in between phase now. The seasons are slowly coming out of the winter phase. And I've already done YouTubing. I've done some winter fests and stuff. So I'm thinking, well, I don't have much that I could do outside right now, and ski areas and stuff, they're slowly starting to wind down, or they might have been closed or near closing for the season when I did that. So again, it was one of those videos, something fun and something unique to do inside. And there's a lot of unique things in Wisconsin here. Every state's got something fun and unique. So, but because I'm a Wisconsin resident, I decided I wanted to do three very unique and interesting businesses. They were unique. And so the first one you might recall was the Mustard Museum in that video, and you'll see it in there. It's labeled something like the top three most bizarre businesses in Wisconsin. There was the Mustard Museum, there was the hotel, that the themed hotel, and I'm not talking themed like Disney. I'm not talking themed like North Woods or anything like that. I'm talking really really interesting theming. Rooms that are space themed. A room that's got a heart bathtub and all kinds of things in there. And then after that, the last stop was the root beer museum, and so I did all that in one. So the mustard was fun. That was I got to do some taste testing there. So, anyways, that was in the store upstairs, and then I went downstairs to check out the museum. And when I went down there, right before I went down there, I should say, and what you didn't see on the camera, I asked who runs the museum downstairs, and is that person here by chance? I said, oh yeah, Barry, yeah, he's downstairs. Yeah, go down there. You'll be able to see him. He's going to be wearing his yellow vest, his yellow smock. Okay, fantastic. So I went down, and somebody must have called him downstairs and said there is a YouTuber here. He's been upstairs here doing taste testing of different mustards. The root beer flavored mustard was actually interesting, by the way. Um, so the he's doing taste testing. He's talking to people. He's walking around the camera. He asked, who's running the joint downstairs, your museum, and he'll be down soon. And he'll be easy to find, right? He's walking around holding his camera. So here I am. I come downstairs, and he's right at the end of the steps, ready to greet me. And very nice guy. I really enjoyed my time with him, and he was a lot of fun. So that was a good time. If you ever have the opportunity and you are near that Mustard Museum is in a town just outside of Madison, Wisconsin, that borders it. The town is called Middleton. So if you're ever in the Madison, Wisconsin area, check it out. It's free too, so you can't beat that. And if you see Barry, like you saw in my video, he'll probably sing to you as well. He's got all these mustard songs, so good time on that. Let's see here. Jerry's asking any chance of the Smithsonian Museum. I'd love to do out in Washington D.C. I'd love to do the Smithsonian. That's going to be a one that I do want to do. Probably not this year. I actually have my calendar is just cluttered right now, and I keep moving things around because sometimes things in my schedule just force me to move things around. Um, and I do have a lot of things already on the calendar. I'll share a couple with you here shortly. But the Smithsonian would definitely be a fun trip, and that would probably be something maybe a year or two down the road. I'm not sure how I would do that though, as far as how would I get there. I know a lot of content creators. I mean, we drive, we fly, take the train. Maybe that I could do a two-parter, right? And take an Amtrak from here in Wisconsin Dells all the way up to DC. That could be fun. But I don't know if I would do an airplane or not yet. You know, um, I've got a lot of road trips on the calendar for this year, but DC is just a little too far for a road trip, and I'm not going to jump on any planes right now this year yet. So, but that would be a fun one. Thank you for the suggestion on that. Let's see here. I hear there's a great train that goes through national parks. That wouldn't be Amtrak, Casey, would it? Because they probably do actually, or at least around them, I would imagine. So I'm not sure, but I bet there are maybe. And are they state owned? That I'll have to check into that. I'll definitely check into it. Here in Wisconsin, we've got some. Um, uh, Boy, I don't know how you would describe them. Yeah, I guess you could call them touristy type trains, and I do have plans to hit them this year. One is a boy, the cars come from. Trying to remember because I've done it twice now, but it's been so long. I believe the cars came from Chicago, and they were part of the Northwestern line. Does that ring a bell? Chicagoans? I'm not sure. I will look into that. But anyways, I plan on hitting that, and I believe it's in North Freedom, Wisconsin, and I'll do that sometime this summer. That'll be a fun one, and I look forward to sharing that with you as well. But yeah, if there's some trains and so forth that go through any national parks, I'll look into that. That'd be I think a great video. History of the Green Bay Packers. Well, Lombardi. Lombardi says it all, right? Vince Lombardi. But it would be fun to get out and see the Packers and so forth like that. And I don't have any. I'm not a season pass holder. Getting tickets, it's not impossible to do to go see the Packers. You just will be spending a lot of money to go see the Green Bay Packers, and I've had a few opportunities that I've actually turned down. But I maybe I will be able to get out there, and if it's not during a Packers game, they've got all kinds of tours at Lambeau Field where the Packers play, and I've been to Lambeau I think 3 or 4 times now, but just not to see the Packers. But I've been there quite 3 or 4 times now, and it's an incredible stadium. And might be able to set up a personal tour. Wouldn't be with the Packer though, but somebody on staff at Lambeau Field, and that could be a lot of fun too. So um, I would like to do that. Some of the things coming up on the channel that I'll share with you a little bit. So we were talking a little about Iowa because that's where the world's largest truck stop is, right? And I'll be heading there tomorrow. And if you're wondering, also, what's going to be fun about the world's largest truck stop? Well, you'll see what I do with the video. I mean, if you've seen my past videos, you'll see what I do with this one. I've actually got all the information ready that I need on it, and I don't. Well, that's in the other room too with the camera. I've got a whole case of my camera equipment, and then I keep my files in there and the research I do and so forth. But anyways, it's all in the other room. Um, so I've got Iowa tomorrow that I'll do a thing on. I will get to visit Iowa again next weekend, a week from this weekend. There's actually a lot of Iowa trips planned, believe it or not. And I've just been so focused on Wisconsin lately. I've done, I think, a couple of 1 or 2 in Illinois, Chicagoland, and then mainly Wisconsin. But I'll be headed out towards Dubuque, Iowa next week. They've got this really neat cog. And again, I won't get ahead of myself on that video, but they've got that. They've got some really neat historical landmarks out in the Dubuque, Iowa area. And they also are off the Mississippi. Now, here's the funny thing about the Mississippi. When I was in Galena, Illinois, and that goes back to, I want to say January, maybe December. You'll see it in the channel. And that was a fun video. Um, when I went to Galena, okay, I was on the if you're, I guess, looking at the map of the country, I was on the east side of the Mississippi River. And then when I was in La Crosse, which I've done La Crosse, Wisconsin a couple of times already, one of them being the Amtrak visit. I was just north of that, but still on the east side of the Mississippi. So now with Dubuque, I'll finally be on the west side. Something tells me the river's just going to look the same both ways. So, but anyways, there's a couple neat things in Dubuque that I'll pick up. And then I'll take a little break from Iowa, but then I will go back to Iowa because there is a brand new amusement park that is opening this year. And I won't be able to make their media day, which is coming up next month. And I believe it's the middle of the week as well. I'm just not able to get out there for the media event. But I have reached out to them and I've not heard back from them. So I'll have to reach out to them again. I'm trying to get a private tour set up, but it's getting to the point now that the park will be opening soon. And I'll probably just go out there and get them on one of their opening days. But a brand new amusement park, I want to say it's over 100 acres. It's a good sized park. It's being built. It's been in the construction process for 2 years now, and that's going to be a weekend visit because that is also next door. The family, it's, believe it or not, it's a family building this park. They own a huge water park complex. So I'll probably experience both, but I'm looking forward to that. And that's in Iowa. And then another amusement park in Iowa, being the Adventure Channel here. Another amusement park in Iowa is in just outside of Des Moines. And that's Adventureland. And I've been there once before, and that's pretty neat. And that used to be family owned, and they were just bought out. And the deal closed the very beginning of this year from a company called Palace Entertainment. And they've got water parks all over the country, and they've got a couple of amusement parks. So and they're adding something like 8 or 9 new rides this year. And because there's this new amusement park in Iowa that's being built, and I want to say it's only like an hour and a half from Des Moines. It's competition. I mean, it's two amusement parks in Iowa, but they're only an hour and a half apart. So now it's competition. So Adventureland is putting something like 8 or 9 new rides in with the new owners this year. So I'm interested in getting out there, and I'll share that video with you as well. Um, so that's Iowa, and there's probably some more things in Iowa that will be popping up on my calendar as well this year. Um, I've also will Six Flags has parks all over the country. Some of them have been open for a while. Magic Mountain in LA is open 365 days a year. But their Chicago park opened today, actually, officially today. And from what I was reading about, typical, they weren't quite fully ready. There's sections of the park not even open right now. They had some people getting stuck on rides and stuff, and they just got to get the quirks out, get the kinks out. It's the beginning of the season, but I'll hit Great America a couple of times. That's always a fun place to go. And there is going to be a brand new nature park. It's a nature adventure park, and it's going to be over 100 acres. Um, I'm trying to remember what I read on it. It's a 5-year process, 5 different phases, and a new phase will open up every year. And it was press released, and I forgot how many millions of dollars. It's like 60 mil or something. No, no, no. That sounds way too high for this. I mean, 60 mil is not much for an amusement park, but that sounds high. Maybe it's 30. But anyways, that's opening in Wisconsin Dells. Phase one is this year, and they're creating a pond, like a giant pond that you'll be able to swim and so forth like that. They're building their own hills. It's not going to be mountainous or something. I'm guessing maybe the hills will be about 50 feet tall or something. And then they're building zip line towers as well. And then there'll be some more amusement type stuff. There's going to be walking trails. They're going to have a pet area. I'm trying to remember some of the other things I was reading about. But anyways, phase one opens this year, so I'll get the camera and I'll be out there this summer when they open phase one. I'm hoping to hit their media day on that. I just don't. They don't have one scheduled the last time I checked, so I'll have to look into that. Um, there's, like I mentioned earlier, some attractions and festivals in the Milwaukee area. There's a couple of them coming up. One of them being Summerfest. I'll hit that as well. Labor Day weekend. If you just saw my brand new video of downtown Madison that went up today at 3 Eastern today, if you had an opportunity to see that video, the you might recall me saying that they've got the Taste of Madison, which is a big deal for them, and I'll do that. That's always Labor Day weekend, and they said about like 4 or 5 stages around the Capitol building on the Capitol Square, and they do all these concerts, and there's big names that go out there for that too, and there's all kinds of events. So definitely want to do that. Looking into a couple of things like helicopter rides; those are always fun. But I want to. There's a couple places around here, and I just don't think the scenery would be much. Nothing against farmers, but I think we'll just be looking at farms. And I've got a drone now, so I'll start incorporating the drone once I learn how to use it better in some of the video footage, so you could get the bird's eye view. But I want to get the helicopter rides in a lot more scenic places. For example, I was in South Dakota last year, and I'm not going back to South Dakota this year, as far as I know. You never know, I guess. But there are some just beautiful areas that with those helicopter rides, and so that would be perfect for that. Skydiving is something else on my list. That would require me having the lens built into the either sunglasses or a GoPro or something strapped to me because I won't be able to hold onto a camera. But there's a handful of places here in Wisconsin, and we'll see what happens with that. And then, of course, you've seen me on the side of the water, on the side of the lakes, and on the side of the rivers, and you'll see a lot of different boat tours, whether it's on my boat visiting different bodies of water in Wisconsin and hopefully Minnesota as well this year. But also doing boat tours like in giant boats and stuff. I get those. And of course, definitely some more restaurant reviews as well. So, what do you guys got going on here? Tell me about you guys. Tell me some of the things that you would be interested in seeing. Comment below here if you're just joining. Welcome to my very first live stream here for the Maverick Hayes channel. A channel that's about travel, adventure, attractions. And obviously, if you are subscribed to this channel, first of all, thank you very much. And then second of all, we share something in common, and that is getting out and just enjoying, whether it's what Mother Nature has to offer, what man has created, adventures, so forth like that. Just traveling, and that is my goal. And my goal is also my focus, I should say, is on the lower 48 here. So right here in the U.S. So for of some of my subscribers across the big pond, as some like to say, across the ocean and on the other side of the globe. You'll get to learn more about the United States if you've never been here, if you're curious about it, and some of these smaller things that you may not always see. I mean, everybody's familiar with New York City and Los Angeles and stuff. So, a history of Milwaukee Brewers. Jerry's asking. I don't know much about the Brewers. I know the Brewers had a good year last year, and I think didn't they win their World Series 2 years ago? I'm not the biggest baseball guy, so I know they won the World Series in the last 5 years, I believe. So yeah, I can find out more about the Brewers. I know the stadium that they play in. It used to be called Miller Park, typical stadium, had their naming rights, and when it came time to renew, and I think it was probably about a $20 million deal over 10 years or something like that. Miller Beer opted to not renew. So I think it's the American Family Stadium or something to do with American Family now. It's got an interesting name to it. So that I've got that for you, at least as far as the stadium goes. It's one of those stadiums in Milwaukee that's got the retractable roof as well. So on beautiful days, the roof is open. You get the nice fresh air. You're inside, outside, if you will. And then on lousy days, rainy days, and so forth like that, the roof is closed. Surprisingly enough, that multi-million-dollar stadium, and it's fairly new. What is it, like 20 years old? I mean, it's not old. Um, maybe a little older, but the interesting thing is that stadium is only used for the Brewers. And every now and then there's a little events that might go on there, and more so in the parking lot. They don't use the stadium the rest of the season for concerts. It would be fantastic, you would think. A good sized stadium, but maybe something with the acoustics. I don't know. Uh, monster truck shows, nothing like that. That stadium is just it's for the Brewers. So uh, and that is that's in Milwaukee. So hello, welcome to some of you. Welcome to my very first live stream here on YouTube. If you're just joining, thank you very much for watching the videos. I really appreciate that. And subscribing to the channel and giving the thumbs up on the videos or sharing your comments and suggestions. I really appreciate that. So we were just talking about some of the things coming up on the channel. And if you miss that, of course, when the live stream is over, you'll always be able to replay it, and I can recap for you too. So, if you have any questions or other ideas, let me know. Whether it's right now in the live stream, where you can always comment here, or in any of the videos. And like I said earlier, if you're just joining, you can always comment on an older video. And just because it's an older video, it doesn't mean, well, okay, it's too late. The comments won't do anything. First, that helps me with the YouTube algorithm, as I was talking about earlier. And second of all, every comment on every video comes into my email, which is Maverick Hayes channel at gmail.com, I believe. I really use it. It's funny. I'll log into it, but I just don't know what the password is or anything because it's all saved in the computer. So I log in and grab my stuff. The easiest way, if you ever want to send me a message, really two ways or three ways, I guess. Any social media platform. You can do a DM right there. You can do a comment on a video, and that will come into my Maverick Hayes email. Or the other way is on my brand new website, maverickhays.com. And there's a spot right there on the website where you can contact me, and you can put in your message and questions, ideas, so forth, and that will come into my email as well. But I'm pretty sure Maverick Hayes channel, or is it Maverick Hayes YouTube? Maverick Hayes channel at gmail.com. You know what? Go to maverickhays.com. That's the best way. You'll find me there. You'll be able to get your message to me through the website, and it will come to the email. So, what are you guys watching these days? Jessica's going to check out the website. Thank you, Jessica. I appreciate that. Something that I have been hooked on is, and I'm really not a binge watcher. I guess I've kind of become one in the last year or so on TV. I'd love to hear as I'm watching comments here what you're binge watching or what some of your favorite shows are. But I have been stuck on the show called The Ozarks with Jason Bateman, um, who I just think is a phenomenal actor, and he's also directing a lot of the shows. He's writing some of the shows. Um, the Ozark is on Netflix, by the way, and they're on season 4 right now. It wraps up on season 4. It is not a show. There's a lot of everything in there. It's definitely like it's a MA rating, mature audience rating, so it's definitely not for younger people, but it's not for sensitive viewers either. So, and I'll just leave it at that. But it really is a fantastic show, and I've been turned on to that, and I've been watching it, and part of me is like, okay, as I look forward to it. The next episode. Part of me is like, all right, I'm closing at almost at the end of season 4, but the other part of me is bummed because they're not doing anymore. They're not making anymore. Jason Bateman went on to do something else, and so that's it. So I'm watching Ozarks right now. That's one of my favorite shows. What about you guys? What are you watching? Big Bang Theory. It's funny. Casey says, yeah, that was a funny show. I haven't seen that in quite a few years with Sheldon, right? Wasn't he the real tall geeky guy? I guess they're all kind of, but he was like the taller guy. I always thought he was the funniest there. How do you come up with your ideas? Jerry wants to know. You know what? It's they say in YouTube for the content creators, you want to create a niche. Okay. I'm going to go with the pronunciation of niche, by the way, okay? Because it seems a lot of people are saying niche now, and I think it's a regional dialect thing. I have heard niche, I've heard niche. I've always heard niche until I became a content creator, though. And then all of a sudden, as I've watched these YouTube videos on how to, they always talk about niches. Every now and then somebody will say niche, but I'm just familiar with niche. So, anyways, that's me on the story of niche, okay, or niche if that makes you happy. So, how do I come up with my stuff? Well, once I created my niche, for YouTube, which is a travel attractions adventure channel. I just find things within that. And why a travel attractions adventure channel? Because my goal is to turn this more into a full time business, and that's exactly what it is. It's a business, but they say do something you've got a lot of passion for. There's viewers, there's an audience for really everything. Everything out there. There's an audience for. Some subjects have huge audiences, some have small audiences. I want to say the travel channels have something like the third or fourth largest audience or a group of people interested. The first, I believe, is, believe it or not, makeup. The makeup channels seem to do a lot of, they get a huge thing of viewers. But, anyways, getting back to the question, how do I come up with a lot of my adventures? So now that I'm working within my format, if you will. I basically I go through different calendars that are through Chamber of Commerce's, whether they're Chamber of Commerce's in decent sized cities. I can't hit every small town because really there's Chamber of Commerce's everywhere. So then I could go to like state Chamber of Commerce's websites, and that's when I can find out when there's big festivals and fairs. But you know what? Everyone's got festivals and fairs, right? Or that you're familiar with them pretty much everywhere. I'm looking for the unique stuff, and that's where I'll fine tune. And no, no, no. Here's something that people may not be familiar with, but people might be interested in. So that's what I'll put that on the calendar when that's coming up. I'm a huge roller coaster amusement park guy. There's a lot of amusement park channels that do quite well. But anyways, I'm a huge amusement park guy in that, so I'll be doing a lot of amusement parks and stuff like that. So road tripping, that's a fun adventure, different places. I'm going to do some of Route 66 again this year. I did a little of it last year, a little stretch actually, as I went down to Branson, Missouri, and there was some neat things in that tiny little stretch of 66 I was on. So I won't do the entire 66 from Chicago to California because I just won't be able to take that kind of time off in the middle of the week. But as I grow the channel and I get more time to uh, contribute to the channel, I'll do a full video. But I want to do where Route 66 starts in Chicago and goes all the way to California, and it's very unique. And if you're not familiar with Route 66, then definitely Google it, and you'll see why I'm talking about it. But anyways, I'll do some stuff on 66 and share that with you as well. Just Jessica, get TikTok, please. I'm on TikTok. Just started the TikTok channel. Everyone's told me about it. Everyone kept saying, Maverick, you need to, if you're going to do this and you really want to grow the audience, and you got to get on a bunch of social platforms, right? Social media platforms. YouTube, of course, being my main one. But I'm on TikTok. I've been told by a lot of people get on TikTok. And if you watch the most recent video that was posted today for downtown Madison, Wisconsin, if you go in the links on that video, you will see the link to my TikTok channel, and you can follow me on that. Actually, I might be able to find it here if you bear with me really quickly. Here, see, now I'm going on TikTok and making noise here. And because some of them, uh, let's see here, profile. I may not be able to do this quick enough. Yeah, I'm not able to do it quick enough. Oh, here it is. So at TikTok, and then I'm at Maverick Hayes channel. Okay, at Maverick Hayes channel. If you're on TikTok, so am I at Maverick Hayes channel. And then on Instagram, I believe it is at Maverick Hayes YouTube. I try to keep it all consistent. It's obviously we're all going to remember it that way, but believe it or not, there's a few other Maverick Hayes people out there. I know one's a kid that's got a YouTube channel as well. So if you YouTube search Maverick Hayes, I don't think he's posted anything in a long time, but he's like 8 or 9 years old. He's got a channel, but maybe it's him. I'm not sure. But there's just like at Maverick Hayes for TikTok and for Instagram. Those were taken. I couldn't use it, so I just did the best I could to try. And then I did one at YouTube channel or something like that. I think that was the Instagram one, but I couldn't use it on TikTok. But you'll find the link in all future videos starting from today moving forward. In fact, and the link below this live stream, you'll see the link for TikTok. So yeah, there you go. Um, you should put on makeup. I need makeup. I don't have. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. I'm sorry, I don't have makeup, but I've got chapstick here. If that helps, I hope that made you happy. I put some wax on my lips. Um, it's Wisconsin and the Upper Midwest. I'm not needing this really too much anymore. If you've seen in some of my videos, though, especially in the winter, I really get chapped lips. I'm sure it's because I don't drink enough fluid. Yeah, it's Friday, right? Cheers. Sorry to disappoint you. It's only water. I just don't drink enough uh, water or really enough of anything. I just don't need to. My body says, yeah, you need to be drinking more, but I just don't. Anyways, so my lips get really chapped, and unfortunately, it shows in some of the videos. But this stuff, which I am not endorsed by this company, they're not sponsoring me, but somebody turned me on to this. Are you able to see that there? It's called Hooray, or is that what it is? Hurrah! I'm sorry about that. There we go. It's so I did not mean to call them chapstick because that's a different brand, but this is a really good brand. I'm not sure. I'm sure if if you Google it, you'll be able to find it. I'm not sure exactly where you can get it. The person that gave this to me, she's got a bunch of them, and she stole my chapstick once because she needed chapstick. Anyways, she'll deny that too today, but she stole my chapstick, and this was only a couple months ago. And I was complaining to her. I said, um, you got my chapstick. Okay. I never got to the store or anything. She's like, fine, take this. This is mine. It was a, new one of these. And I'm like, all right, whatever. And actually, I like this stuff. It's really good. It doesn't really leave that wax thing on like chapstick does. But again, they are not sponsoring me. But if hurrah, there we go. The hurrah people. Somebody want to put in the comments here, hashtag hurrah in the comments here. That'd be fantastic. So they know that they're being talked about right now. Thank you very much. You make a great product. Do appreciate it. Feel free to send me a whole box of these. Kidding, but it's good stuff. So there you go, Casey. There's my makeup for you. Let's see here. What else do we have going on in some of the comments? Oh, doing a makeup video. Oh, misunderstood. And I put this on for no reason right now because my lips really aren't that chapped. A makeup video. Okay. Yeah, I don't think that's really part of my niche, or format. You can pick your favorite word there. Thank you. There you go. Thank you very much for the hashtag. Maybe the hurrah people. Can somebody also hashtag federal money mint or something like that? Maybe the government will throw some money my way. I'm always looking for a sponsor. It's interesting actually that I'm on the subject of sponsors. If you watch a lot of YouTube and a lot of content creators, and of course the bigger channels that has the audience, they've got sponsors, and that is something that as I grow this channel, I'll be looking for. So I will there on my website, maverickhayes.com. If you are a business and you are looking to get in front of a growing audience, an active audience, a young, vibrant audience. How am I making you guys sound? Good? All right. Then hit me up and hit the business sponsorships on that. We could talk about some sponsorships and affiliate marketing and so forth like that. So again, that's on maverickhays.com. And it's a brand new website. So it's only been alive for a couple of months now, but I've really not talked about it because there's a couple of kinks on there, and I think we got them all worked out. The only thing that's got to get fixed right now is the PayPal link, and that has to I have to kick that back to my web guy, and he'll fix that. And I have PayPal on there, where if you would like to contribute to the channel, I would really appreciate it. All contributions, of course, goes to helping grow the channel, whether it's having to pay for attractions or adventures, whether it helps me out with the gas, whether it's upgrading camera equipment or whatever it might be. So you can always support the channel with contributions. I am very familiar with Patreon. I'm just not a big enough channel where Patreon would make sense for me right now because it's kind of like a subscription sort of thing where I have to pay like a membership fee to be a part of Patreon. And then, of course, if you as you support your favorite YouTubers and a lot of them use Patreon. That makes sense if you're a larger channel. And I'm not there right now. I'm in the infancy stage. So any contributions, but don't do it yet on maverickhayes.com with the PayPal link. You'll see where you can do it. It's just not going to go anywhere. I mean, you could do it but nothing's going to come out of your PayPal account or your credit card or whatever and come in. But I'll let you know when it does, and that would be fantastic. I always appreciate that. Um, let's see here. What do we have here? Now I did see, and it's already gone up on my side. Some Big Bang Theory was talked about. What are you guys watching right now? What's good on TV? One of my favorite shows, my all-time favorite show, is coming back on for season, I think, number 575. It's been going on for a long time, and I am excited for Deadliest Catch on the Discovery Channel, coming back Tuesday. Woohoo! You guys ever watch Deadliest Catch with the crab fisherman? It's really it's a great show, and over the years, the filmography has gotten it's just fantastic, and they've the story and plots and so forth. I mean, it's reality TV, but they always throw in some Hollywood in there. I'm convinced on these shows that claim to be reality shows. I'm not talking about the real made up ones. I'm talking, for example, Deadliest Catch, right? They're still told by the producers and the cameramen, okay, I got you saying that with the camera, but I want you to say it like this, or just change this word to that word. Now say it again. It's better for the camera, and the audience like that better. So of course they get their tips. But Deadliest Catch, I'm excited about coming back on Tuesday to the um, Discovery Channel. I almost said Hulu because if you have Hulu, you can watch it on Hulu, but I've got the Discovery app, so um, that is a great thing to watch. Everybody loves Raymond, Jerry says. I haven't seen that show in a long time, and that was a funny show. That show's been off the air for quite a while now, hasn't it? It's what, probably about 8 years, 9 years it's been off, maybe longer. I'm not sure. My favorite show, if we're just talking TV shows, okay. So I do love Deadliest Catch. That's one of my current favorite shows that I've probably have loved over a decade. But my all-time show, if I can only watch one sitcom the rest of my life, is still MASH. And MASH is really interesting because the pilot episode of MASH, the very first show on CBS, goes back to not only the year I was born, but the exact day I was born as well, my date of birth. That's when the very, very first show of MASH came out. Now, I'm not talking the movie because there's MASH the movie before it, which only Gary Berghoff, by the way, who plays Radar, was in that movie. And then in the TV episode, he was the only one that transferred over from actors from the movie to the TV show. But anyways, that is still my all-time favorite show, and I watch MASH all the time. And there are a bunch of other shows. There's a show that, okay, so my girlfriend got me hooked on this show. And at first I was thinking, you know, it's just not me. This is not my. I would watch him with her. You know what I would do? We'd sit on her couch or my couch whenever we're visiting. Oh, actually, as I look at things here, right now, I'm just using my phone as a prop. As I pulled it up, I see there's all kinds of social media things going on my social media channel. So I have to look after the live stream here. But she'll be on, right, watching the TV show, and what's on here? Okay, I'll be reading whatever's online, doing what a lot of people do, just staring at the phones, right? And it's called Below Deck. Okay, and they're starting their fourth franchise, if you will, their fourth type of show that's kind of being spun off. I can't do them all. There's Below Deck Sailing with Captain Glenn on a giant sailboat yacht. These yachts are gorgeous, and they're all out in the Mediterranean and stuff like that. It's just beautiful out there, right? And so, at any rate, you've got the sailing one, you've got Below Deck Mediterranean or Below Deck Down Under. No, that would be, I guess, Australia, right? Although some of the crew, the stews and stuff, are from Australia, but I don't think so. There's Below Deck. The funny thing is, I know the captains. I just don't know all the shows. So there's Captain Glenn on the yacht show on the with the sailing, which is fun. Captain Lee is my favorite. and that's on Below Deck. And then there's Captain Sandy as well. But anyway, so what is Below Deck, right? You can watch it. It's on Bravo TV, and or if you've got the apps or whatever, it is it's a fun show. It's just really about yachting, but it's from the POV of the crew. Okay, so it's they got their camera people on there, and it's one of those reality shows. And if you book, let's say you decide to book a yacht, a yacht adventure, right? You and your family. There's like 10 people, 12 people that go on at a time. It's usually families that go, or people and their closest friends, or every now and then you'll see a real rich boss that's giving back to his employees and saying, "Hey, I'm going to take you on a trip or whatever." And I know a weekend, 2 nights usually goes for a little over $200,000 to rent one of these yachts with the crew. That does not include your provisions, by the way. So if you want food and stuff, yeah, you'll have to pay for that, and of course the liquor that's going to add up as well. But anyways, so you're doing the point of view from the crew, and you got the cameraman following the crew and the guests around it. The guests to get on the show, they get like a 30% discount. And but anyways, it's a fun show to watch. It's I really got into it. It took me a while, but I got into it, and I think I've gone through all of the seasons. The current one that's coming to a season finale pretty soon is with Captain Glenn and this giant sailboat yacht. The thing is huge, and it's just a gorgeous boat. And reality happens on these things too. You'll see injuries. You'll see these crazy crew members that are typically college kids when they get drunk, their little love triangles and stuff like that, and typical reality TV. But it's fun to watch, and I guess you could say those are the shows I'm watching. But they are coming out with a new version of Below Deck, and I don't think that's till the summer. But I've been hearing some things on that, so I kind of look forward to that. Let's see here. What else do we have here? Hello to everyone else that's just joining, and welcome to my very first live stream. Do appreciate your watching the live stream right now, and my videos as well. And feel free to type in any suggestions if you are just tuning in. We've talked about some of the videos coming up in the future, a lot of Iowa stuff, and we're talking about trains and a couple of trains here in Wisconsin again. Not Amtrak. I'll do another Amtrak though in about a year or two. I'll do the whole across the country thing. Um, but amusement parks and stuff like that all coming up. More road trips are all on the calendar right now. Um, but so check out some of the previous videos if you're just tuning in right now, because I know with YouTube when you're live, it puts a little live icon you probably see at the bottom. I would assume I don't see it where I'm looking right now on this monitor, but I think it's the bottom. Let's see, was bottom left, right? It's on the bottom. It says live. Anyways, when you're live on YouTube, that kind of pushes the with the YouTube algorithm and brings you up towards the top. So if people are just on their phones going, "What's on YouTube? What can they'll see this pop up right now because it's a live feed." And so if you're new to, who is this guy? Who the heck are you? Why are you on? Why are you wasting my time? Well, I'll tell you why I'm wasting your time, because I want you to subscribe to my channel, because it's absolutely free and you should. It'll just make you a better person. But it's all about travel, attractions, adventures. And I'd love for you to come along with me as I take you to a lot of fun things here in the lower 48 of the USA. Hello, Georgia. How are you, Georgia Marie? Just joining the chat as well. And Mall of America video. I was going to do. So here's the thing of Mall of America, which is really unique. It's perfect because that is in the Twin Cities in Minneapolis. Technically, it's in Bloomington, which is a suburb of Minneapolis, but that's only about 3 hours and 15 minutes from me. And the interesting thing about Mall of America is it's a perfect place to go because it's all enclosed, and they have the indoor amusement park over there. And as you guys know, I'm an amusement park buff, right? That's a great place to go. But this darn COVID, this pandemic has been so up and down. And even though it's somewhat under control at the moment, although we are starting to see a tick, I know, of increased cases. And I believe Philadelphia is wearing masks again. Um, at any rate, I just kind of stayed away from a lot of the indoor things that brings in giant crowds. So Mall of America will probably be something that I will do definitely for sure. It's on my list of places I want to bring the camera and do a video, but probably sometime next winter. And by then, we'll have had our 10th booster shot, and hopefully the pandemic will be under more control. I see some more people welcome aboard, and if you're just not talking, as I see people are in and out here in the chat, feel free to comment, say hello. Where are you from? I'd love to know where you're from. Where do you watch from? Disney World is another fun thing. Disney's not going to happen for me this year, but maybe within the next year or two. I don't think next year either. Who knows? That's far enough of away where I can't predict that will or won't happen anytime. But I just got so much on my. I'm scheduled out through midsummer already on my weekends as far as things go. Some things are scheduled ahead where I have to um, get involved with owners or the marketing department of businesses where they're able to just say either, yeah, yeah, come on by, or yeah, we want to do a tour with you and we'll do a walkthrough or whatever it might be. And Georgia from Wisconsin, there we go. America's Dairyland. So I've got some of those videos already on the calendar where I try and fill up the rest of my calendar because the vast majority of my shoots, we're talking right now, 99% of them are filmed on the weekends. Um, my films take about, I would say, a typical video, which is about 20-25 minutes, right? Takes See, it depends if I have to do a lot of driving. For example, my very first video that took me to Appleton, Wisconsin, Stevens Point, Wisconsin, and Green Lake, Wisconsin. That first video, those towns were all far apart, like over an hour apart. And it's like a triangle sort of thing, but each spot was an hour apart, and that took a full weekend. But a typical video takes a full day. Okay, so that's just to get out there and record it, right? And again, it depends what I'm doing. If I have to be in multiple towns or something, that can change it. Um, so that's a typical video. Editing these things, they still take me a good 10 hours or so, and I just squeeze that in my regular work schedule during the weekdays. So it takes a long time, but I'm enjoying it, and I'm having a lot of fun doing the videos and visiting the places and enjoying the adventures. So it's a good time. And what do we have here? Disney World we talked about. So hopefully, yeah, I'd love to get out there. We'll get Mickey on camera. You think Mickey is camera shy? Northwest suburbs of Chicago. Dennis would like to uh, have me go to. Well, what's in the northwest suburbs? What's out there? Soon to be the Chicago Bears, right? Aren't they moving out to the northwest suburbs? Is that a done deal, or are they uh, are they still working on that? That would be in the northwest suburbs, right? Um, so so I've talked a little about what's coming up on the channel and where I'm going to go. I'm definitely looking for suggestions here as we're talking about Mall of America, probably in the winter for that because you know it's a 3+ hour drive from me, and if I've already got things scheduled, and then it's like, okay, this isn't going to work for me to film today because it's a rainy weekend. It's just bad weather. To change that plan, to manipulate the weekend, if you will. I have to board the dog. I have to change things, and it's getting a hotel last minute. That's actually happened a few times already with this channel, and then go up there. Next thing you know, the day is already partially eaten up, and like I said, it could take a full day to create a 20 something minute video. And I'll walk around with a ton of footage. When I come back here, I'm dropping a couple of hours of footage into the editing software, into my workstation, and then you just okay, yeah, boring, no, 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 I'm going to use this, and so forth like that. Um I got a handful of ideas planned here coming up. Michigan has a cute town, Mackinac. Am I saying that right? Mackinac Island. I've heard of Mackinac. I am not familiar with Mackinac other than, isn't the chocolate company Kilwins from Mackinac, Michigan? I know they're out of Michigan, out of a tourist place. And Kilwins, if you're not familiar with them, they've got locations all over the place. They they have probably the best chocolate you'll ever have. I'm not an ice cream guy. They serve ice cream there. I hear their ice cream's really good. I'm just not big on ice cream personally, but I love their chocolate and their fudge is pretty darn good. And they've got locations everywhere. And I want to say they're in Mackinac, but I could be wrong on that. Georgia says Germany. Germany, maybe sometime. Right now, the focus is the lower 48, the continental 48 states here of the United States. Um, and that will require, as time goes on, a lot of traveling. Some of it will be done by plane down the road. Perhaps getting back to that idea for Washington D.C. and the museums out there, and a lot of it's going to be done by driving as well. The neat thing of planes, you can get from your destination from point A to point B pretty quick, right? And then it gives you some more time to settle in and possibly even start a video or something. And then, of course, I could, get me taking off and doing things in the, getting video footage of the sky, and like you see in a lot of vloggers. But the neat thing of a road trip is you see things you will never see on an airplane. You can stop at places that you didn't even expect that you'd be able to stop at. You just didn't know it was going to be there. For example, Route 66 that I was talking about, or Route 66, depending on what part of the world you're in, if you prefer route or route, niche. Um, so a lot of my stuff will be road trips, and so I'm looking forward to a lot of them. Uh, let's see, Elon Musk on a video from the moon. Yeah, that would be an expensive one, huh? That would really now that would be one I would do. He would have to probably give me a complimentary ticket though, because I think the going rate on that is well out of my budget. I don't think I'd be able to afford that. I was just reading today though about Elon Musk that Twitter, they're going to try and prevent him from doing a takeover. You might have been reading that he wants to take over Twitter. So um, yeah, that's interesting what's going on there. And I know Kohl's, the department store Kohl's, they're having the same issue where they're in jeopardy right now of being taken over, and they're trying to prevent from getting taken over. And I hear they're not doing so well. Just 2 years ago, during the beginning of the pandemic, they're doing excellent. But boy, this pandemic has hurt so many businesses and industries. 50 million. I'm assuming that's the cost to go to the moon with Elon there. 50 million. Is that what that is, Casey? I'm not sure. Or is that what you're going to be contributing to MaverickHayes.com? Yeah, it's a brand new website. If you didn't know, MaverickHayes.com. It's been out for about 2 months now, but I've got it pretty much fine tuned. One of the things that has to get fixed yet, if you're going to contribute to the channel, which again I would really appreciate, and helps offset my costs and so forth. Just don't do it yet because that PayPal is not working properly. So once that's hooked up, Casey, you could send the 50 million over there. Um, and one of these days, I will join Patreon as well. But once I'm going to wait for the channel to get bigger before I jump on Patreon. So we'll do it the PayPal way right now. And she says yes. So what else do we have going on here? One of the questions I've been asked a lot in the past as well is, who do I watch on YouTube? Who are some of the people that I follow? And there's a lot of YouTubers or content creators. One thing I've noticed is a lot of people, they get kind of upset if you call them YouTubers. I don't know why. That's what we are. We're YouTubers, but maybe that's become slang or something. I don't know. They like, if they had a business card, it would say content creators. So, but anyways, the YouTuber content creator group. Who do I like? There's a funny channel, and it's called Fail Army, FAILARMY, Fail Army. And they've got some of the best fails you'll ever see and some of the best bloopers. If you've never seen it, check it out. You could hashtag them on this site in the comments right now, Fail Army. And they'll probably, hopefully, it'll get back to them that we're talking about them. And Fail Army can always subscribe to this channel as well. But they got a great channel going on with bloops and fails and stuff like that. That's always, if you're in a bad mood, if you're having a bad day, um, life's not going well for you, you just need to get your mind off whatever it's on. Fail Army on YouTube. There's some really good things there. Kara and Nate. That is a channel very similar to mine. I've never met them. Incredible people though on the camera, and I really, I love their energy. Now they're world travelers. They go all over the globe. They did a thing about I think they just wrapped it up actually. They just wrapped it up and it started, I want to say about 2 years ago or a year ago. It was 100 different countries in 1 year was their challenge sort of thing. And they're really just so much fun to watch. Kara and Nate is one of my favorite YouTube channels. There's another channel similar to theirs and similar to mine as well, travel and adventures. And it's called The Endless Adventure, and that is with Eric and Allison, and they're a lot of fun to watch. They've been working on this um, RV project, a Winnebago. They picked up this old Winnebago from like the 70s, and they've been working on that. Then in between some of that, they'll take you with them and do some traveling and stuff. And I enjoy watching them. So again, Kara and Nate and The Endless Adventure. If you're into food now, one of my favorite guys is Randy Santel, and I'm not sure where Randy's from. I'm not sure. I want to say from Wisconsin. I could be wrong, but it seems like a lot of the restaurants he's doing on his channel is from Wisconsin. And Randy is like a food challenge sort of guy, and that is how much food can he eat in a certain amount of time. So, for example, I was just watching him the other night and he ate a 26-inch pizza. 26 inches, okay? Over a foot in diameter. A huge pizza. Then he put like two or three toppings on it. They're disgusting. I don't know what he was thinking, but we don't have the same taste in food. But he put a few toppings on there. And then I think he had, it was something like less than 20 minutes to eat a 26-inch pizza. That's crazy. Um, Most of his challenges were to himself, I guess you can say. He's done well over 1,000, and he's been successful with. I have seen him lose a couple where he didn't make it within the time. Again, it's Randy Santel. He's very enjoyable to watch, and I have seen him vomit on YouTube as well. And you can always watch him, and he does live streams for all of his things, and then you can always watch the old videos on YouTube. So if you want to see if he's going to make it, if you want to see him vomit on YouTube, or again, Randy Santel, but he's really enjoyable to watch. What about you? What are some of your favorite YouTubers and content creators on YouTube or even TikTok? Who are some of your favorite content creators? I'd love to hear what, who else is out there and what you're watching. Another guy that I like, and just kind of gives you an idea of my interests as they're kind of all over the place. So we went from Fail Army, which is about bloopers and things that fail, but in a funny way, to Kara and Nate and Eric and Allison with the Endless Adventure, a channel similar to mine. And then talking about Randy Santel doing his food challenges. Then there's a channel called Riding with Dave. Dave is a truck driver with CFI. You've probably seen their trucks on the road, no matter which part of the U.S. you're in. They might even go down to Mexico. I'm not sure. It's a truck company, and they're headquartered out of Joplin, Missouri. And they CFI, and he's fun. He's fun to watch. I mean, there's a lot of truck drivers that do vlogs like me, and different types of vlogs where we watch them on the road. Some of them are snoozers. It's like, great, you got your camera on, we're watching the road. You're narrating every now and then. Some of them for truck companies like Schneider, the big orange trailers. You see them everywhere. They've got trailers and trucks all over the country. And I believe Walmart with their trucks as well. They are not allowed to record in any way while they're driving. So if they're vloggers, they can only do it when they're not driving. Well, really, at that point, what's kind of that's what kind of content will you create? And I know some try and do it, but CFI apparently they let you do it. And so riding with Dave, I really enjoy him. He's a fun guy to watch. Um, there's this newer, I shouldn't say it's new for me. I don't know how old the channel is. It's called Code Blue Cam. So do you remember Cops on TV or Live PD? Those are, fun police shows, detective shows. So Code Blue Cam is very similar. I think it's really just for YouTube, but you got the owners of the YouTube channel and a bunch of cameramen probably or whatever, and they're running around with the police departments. Obviously, they're getting uh, actually it's part of it. Okay, so some of them when you get the POV cams, they're with police departments and they must get permission, obviously, to be with them. The other part and the majority of that channel is the camera, the body cam that's on the police, usually I think it's like their upper chest area right in front of their bulletproof vest. They got that little lens you'll see most police departments have now, the body cam, and you get to see the POV footage. And that is a lot of, at least for me, I enjoy watching that. And there's my favorite one. It's not always good for children, but my favorite one that we watch a lot. Her name is you'll have to you can even find it on YouTube. This video, just this video, without having to go to their channel. It's Code Blue Cam, but if you forget, Melissa E. Miller. Okay, Melissa E. Miller, and she is one of my favorite criminals, I guess you can say. And this is real stuff. This isn't the reality TV that's got, wink wink, some directors whispering, "They'll do it this way or say it that way." This is the real stuff. How this is stuff that is unfolding in front of the police, and then the video just gets sent over to, I don't know what the deal is or how it works, but the video obviously goes to the Code Blue Cam channel. But anyways, so Melissa Miller, you'll have to look her up. Uh, just yeah, she was funny. She's only in one, as far as I know. Again, it's not a YouTube channel or a show that brings in recurring roles for stars or people or whatever. She was an actual criminal, and but just her whole demeanor and stuff, we found funny. And camping with Steve. Now, this guy, Steve Wilson, I believe his name is. He runs a channel called Hunker Down, and he'll do. He typically films Wednesdays, goes camping. He's up in Canada. Y'all, hey there. Well, I guess it's Minnesota, isn't it? Don't you know? But he's up in Canada, and he does his thing every Wednesday night. He goes camping, summer, winter, rain, snow, 15, 20 degrees below Fahrenheit, whatever, doesn't matter. He's camping, and he does stealth camping and stuff like that. Anyways, he's interesting, and he's enjoyable. So I like watching him. And then one of my subscribers here, one of my first subscribers, I'm going to give you a shout out. His name is Loon K Do. Loon K Do. And he sent me a very nice comment on I don't remember which video it was. I'm sorry, Lynn, but I think it was a video back that I did in November or December of last year. And very nice comment. I appreciate the kind words. And he's a content creator, and he's a lot of fun to watch. He does a lot of global stuff. So those are some of my people, some of my favorites. What about you? Again, I'm looking at the screen here. Feel free to tell me some of the people that you like on YouTube or TikTok, some of your favorite content creators, and I'll check that out. It is slowly coming up on 9:30 Eastern here, 8:30 Central, 7:30 Mountain, 6:30 Pacific, and whatever time zone you're in, it's almost something 30. So I'm just going to go a little bit longer here, as I've got a couple of things that I've got going on yet myself tonight. If you are just tuning in, if you just joined, I know I've been watching the count here go up and down. And unless there's comments or something, I can't see who's actually watching right now. So if you recently just tuned in, tomorrow I am off to Iowa, and it's going to be a fun video. Don't let this make you wonder. It's going to be a fun video, but I am off to the world's largest truck stop, and that will be tomorrow. I'll film that, and you will find that on YouTube on my channel next Friday. I upload every Friday, most Fridays, I should say. I think I've only missed one Friday since I started my my little YouTube adventure here. Every Friday, and I schedule it automatically. So, usually a couple days ahead of time, but everything goes up about 3 p.m. Eastern every Friday. So you will see the world's largest truck stop. And what am I doing there? What will I do there? And I'm sure some of the goofiness and the weird things that come out of my mouth will all happen tomorrow at the world's largest truck stop in Iowa. So I'm looking forward to that. And we'll make that a fun video, which will be up next a week from today. And one of the things that I've been asked about as well that I've not done in a while are the would you rather questions. If you might, if you go back to some of my earlier videos, and I haven't done them in a while, I kind of try and keep things fresh. And sometimes I get enough stuff in my content. Sometimes I have too much information, so then I got to start picking and choosing Otherwise, I could turn some of my videos from about 20, 25 minutes into well over an hour. And, I really just try and keep it always interesting. And I will do some, some videos just require a part one and a part two or a part three. But I haven't done a would you rather question in a while. I haven't done away with them because they did pretty good. I enjoyed a lot of the questions. I was getting a lot of responses and a lot of comments. So I'll throw one out at you right now that I wrote down here earlier today, and feel free to comment on this. We could talk about this a little bit here. So, would you rather? And I'm sorry I don't have the graphic and the bell noise that you would see on the video, but would you rather, okay, would you rather be on on a survival reality show? Would you rather be on a survival reality show or on a dating game show? What would you rather be on, a survival reality show or a dating game show? Dating shows, I guess, what there's um Love is Blind. That's a big thing on Netflix right now. There's something Cabins as well that I think is on the Discovery app right now that's pretty popular. Um, what was that? 90 Day Fiance? So you got those dating shows, right? Okay. And then your survival reality show. The first one that I can think of right now is Naked and Afraid. Actually, Naked and Afraid, which is on Discovery, they combined the two of trying to survive, put the cast out there or the people that go on, and they mixed it with a love type show, and it is Naked and Afraid of Love, and I think they've only done one season so far. You will find it on the Discovery app. Interesting to watch. Kind of, it's kind of fun. But so, what would you rather be? Would you rather be on a survival reality show or on a dating game show? And by the way, if you are watching this after the live stream is all done, and you're just watching this because you have nothing to do, and you're watching this after, this is now, I guess, pre-recorded, you could say, and the live stream is over, and you're just watching this at a later time, feel free to still comment below. I'll still get your answers, and I always reply to all comments on that come through YouTube here. And so, would you rather, one more time, be on a survival reality show, or would you rather be on a dating game show? I don't know about me. I don't know if I'd want to be on either of those. I mean, for example, the only one I could think of for a survival show is Naked and Afraid on Discovery app. I know that title sounds interesting if you're not sure about the show, and yeah, it's basically what it is. It's all blurred out, so you don't see their bodies, but the people are actually naked, and then they get dropped off in an island. It could be the rainforest. It could be I've seen it. It's very rare that's done in the United States, but I've seen one where it was in the bayou of Louisiana, and you got alligators and snakes and extreme temperatures and stuff. You're walking around naked. You're trying to make your own shelter. Okay, and you're there for 3 weeks, by the way. Or the goal is to be there for 3 weeks. A lot of people tap out early, but if the goal is to be the 3 weeks, and if you stay there 3 weeks, you know what you get? I guess you get the pat on the back. Congratulations, you did it, right? That's it. Um, you have to find your own food. Okay, you've got to make your own clothing. So that's it's on the Discovery app. It's a fun show to watch, but I don't know if I'd want to be on any of those. But I guess would you rather? It's an either or question. Maybe for me, I would probably try the survival show. There's just something. Have you seen a lot of these dating shows on TV? I mean, being single and dating in the real world is crazy as is, but then to have a camera in front of you and then all this craziness and your whole life is just kind of put out there in front of people. I don't know. I think it would for me. Yeah, I guess I would do the survival thing. So, I don't know. What would you rather do? So, feel free to comment below, even if as we wrap up here slowly and shortly. Feel free to comment below, and like I said, I will still get the notification anytime you comment on any video, and I will respond to it as well. And again, you can do that for I see the numbers going up and down of people that watch. You could always do it on future videos, or I'm sorry, previous videos. Yeah, comment on a future video. If you could actually give me a thumbs up on the video coming out in 3 weeks, if you could do that right now, not only I would greatly appreciate it, but there's got to be something there that will get you an Amazon gift card. By the way, I am done with the Amazon gift cards. Congratulations to all my Amazon gift card winners. Um, that wrapped up a while ago. That was fun, and I enjoy getting to know some of you guys that if you were one. I ordered today. This is interesting. It's just the Maverick Hayes logo, but there you go, back there. I ordered these vinyl stickers. Okay, and well, I'll be doing giveaways on those. I've got some ideas of how I'll be doing that, and so they'll probably get here sometime next month, and I'll be doing giveaways on those down the road. So you can always stay posted and stay in the loop of what I'm up to. See the behind the scenes stuff that doesn't always make the final cut on the YouTube channel by following me on my other social medias. And that's on Facebook, just simply Maverick Hayes on Facebook. If you're on Instagram, I believe it's Maverick Hayes. Let's see if I can pull this up really quick here. And see, Maverick Hayes YouTube. All right, there's a YouTube channel. Nope, Maverick Hayes YouTube on Instagram. If you are on Instagram, if you are on TikTok, that is Maverick Hayes channel. And if you are on LinkedIn, I believe we just got that on Maverick Hayes for LinkedIn. So I'm on right now, of course, YouTube, and I'm on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram and LinkedIn. YouTube Shorts. I have actually been talking to somebody about that. A lot of content creators. If you're not familiar with what YouTube Shorts is, it's YouTube's way of competing with not Instagram. I'm sorry, with TikTok. So they're real short videos, 10 seconds, maybe a minute and a half, but they're just real short videos, and it really could be whatever if you want, but if you want to build an audience with it, it's got to just be something that just jumps right out. And so if you're familiar with TikTok, you see some of those really interesting videos. It's the same thing for YouTube Shorts. And that's something I might do down the road. I think I've got enough right now on my plate as far as the social medias go. So, but you can always find me on YouTube. And of course, like I said, the Facebook, the Instagram, the TikTok, the LinkedIn, and maverickhays.com is another way you could contact me too. So put together outtakes. I did that on one of my videos. I left a few outtakes in there and I cannot remember. So maybe this video, this live stream will now be an outtake. I can't remember which one that was. So what I will do, Jerry, is I will track that video down, which is on the channel right now, the YouTube channel, and I'll let you know. I'll respond to your comment here, which video that was. But do a do a thing of all my outtakes. I can do that. I have, like I said, I've got hours of content for each video, and it all gets condensed in about 20-25 minutes, right around that range. So, and I keep the entire all my recording sessions. So I've got all the raw stuff, everything. It's all just goes into an external hard drive, and I can access the bloopers. I can access things that have never made it to YouTube. There's a reason it's never made it to YouTube. That's the beautiful thing about editing versus like a live stream. Yeah, whatever you say, it's out there. You can't control it, or whatever you do or whatever, it's out there. But the editing I can always control, and I definitely have my share of bloopers for every video. But that could be fun. So maybe I'll do that down the road. Time for dinner. Thank you, Casey. Enjoy your dinner. Nice learning about you. Looking forward to the Iowa truck stop. That'll be a fun one. That's coming up tomorrow. Again, before I sign off here, maverickhays.com. You can always check that out. New website. There's more information about me. You can always say hello to me through maverickhays.com. And then you can always find me in social media. I'd love to find you on those platforms as well. Follow me on Facebook. I do actually post some things and a lot of things on Facebook, some behind the scenes things that you will not see on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and LinkedIn. So there you go. Links below on the videos, especially the one started today, the one with downtown Madison. That's got all the newer social media links in there for the TikTok channel, the Instagram, so forth, like that. So it's all in there, so you can find me easily. And bloopers, yes, each video with a couple of bloopers at the end. So that is something that maybe I will, maybe I'll I don't think I'll do that with every video, but maybe I'll leave some of the bloopers from the truck stop in tomorrow, and I'll let that go out on YouTube next Friday. So, thank you so much for joining me on my very first live stream here on YouTube. And more importantly, thank you very much for subscribing to the channel and taking the time to watch the videos. I appreciate your comments. I appreciate the thumbs up. I appreciate very much you sharing me and spreading the word about the channel. Have happy Good Friday, whatever is left of it for you, wherever you might be. And have a fantastic Passover. Happy Easter. Enjoy your weekend. If you're not into the holiday thing, whatever you've got going on this weekend, I hope it's a fantastic one. And as I always say, I will see you on the next one. Take care.